All right, what if everything that you've been told about reality is wrong? What if you're not who you think you are? Because there was a time if someone asked me, who was I? I would say, I'm Jake Ducey, but you're not your name. Those are just two words given to you by your mother and your father. So you go, well, if I'm not my name, who am I? Am I my body? No. You never heard anyone say, I am hand, I am leg, I am arm. Did you know that body's not coming into work today? Body is sick today? No one would ever do that, right? Because you're not your body. Well, what are you? You are a massive magnet. Just like these two little magnets from my refrigerator. You are a magnetic field, to be more scientifically precise. Simeon Kirlian perfected the form of photography where you can actually see photographs of energy that are emanating from the human body. You can see it up here right now. And they've discovered that the cells in your body are just a mass of energy moving at a very high speed of vibration, right? And do you remember these things right here on the screen, EEG scans, where you're in the hospital and they have your brain hooked up and they can monitor the electrical activity of your brain. Your brain is just pulsating electrical activity. It's really just a generator of energy. And your body is a broadcasting tower of this same energy. So what you really are is you are a giant electromagnetic field. You're a giant magnet. And maybe I'm kind of a crazy nerd, but have you ever thought about how a magnet actually works? A magnet has this invisible field around it. And based off of the polarity of this electromagnetic field, it either pulls things to it or pushes it away. These two magnets don't attract. It doesn't matter how hard I force it and what I know, they will not go together. So this means that in some unexplainable cosmic way, you are also a magnet because you're just electromagnetic energy and your brain is just releasing electromagnetic energy. Really, it's about the law of attraction, which is happening at every single second. At its core, quantum physics tells us that the very smallest levels of all atoms and particles, they don't behave in ways we think they should. These particles are in a state of potential. They can be here, they can be there, they can be anywhere, they can disappear, they can reappear, and the scientists have decided that based off of your observation depends how the particles form. So they call it the observer effect because a very act of consciously observing a particle changes it. And this tells us that by observing and focusing on certain aspects of your reality through your perception, you're controlling what's happening in real time. It's like your consciousness is a giant magnetic force that is bringing things to you or pushing things away from you. So you can think of yourself like a giant cosmic magnet. Mostly it's subconsciously. These subconscious patterns are doing most of the magnetizing. So if you think back to the law of attraction, it just states that like energy attracts like energy. So the law of attraction is like your personal electric magnetic field that's all around you, pulling and repelling things to you. Because the energy you put out in the world, according to the law of attraction, through your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, that's the magnet attracting back to you your experiences and situations that match this energy. And science has proven that every thought you have, every emotion you have, sends out a certain vibration or a frequency, right? And if you aren't sure whether this is new age or not, think about this. How do you feel joy or fear? Emotions are just electromagnetic signals that travel through your nervous system and your brain synapses instantaneously. So your nervous system is really just an interpreter of electromagnetic vibration that we call certain feelings or emotions. And how do you see? How do you smell? How do you taste? How do you touch? These five senses, what are they, right? They're just interpreting vibration. What's the sound from music or voices in your head? It's just a vibration that you're sensing and interpreting it as language. What's color? It's just a vibration that is appearing as a color. Now you think about these magnets right here in my hand. So imagine that you have this same magnetic force around you. And the magnetic state of your field, positive or negative polarity, based off of your frequency of your thoughts and emotions and subconscious programming, is dictating everything that's happening. So when you're in a high vibe, your magnet is aligned and tuned to the same frequency of the things that you want to attract. Happiness, abundance, success, more money, good opportunities. And on the flip side, when you're in a low energy, it doesn't matter how many hours you work, it doesn't matter how much you try, it doesn't matter what secrets you know, you're just like this magnet and you push away what you want. So the question is, how do you become a magnet that attracts whatever you want? And it's all about mindfulness and awareness. To become aware of our thoughts and emotions, right? Are we focusing on something positive or negative? And if you imagine yourself as a magnet, what are you pulling towards you? What are your thoughts creating? What are you pushing away from you? What are you in vibrational harmony with? More money or the opposite? Attracting your soulmate or the opposite? So Abraham Hicks says that everything is really two things, what you want and the absence of what you want. You can want money, but you're actually repelling it from you magnetically. And you can always check in with how you feel to determine what you're manifesting. Because you might not be aware of what your thoughts have been, right? Like we're running around, we have a bunch of crap going on in the day. But just check in. Am I in a fear-based state? Oh, my subconscious is probably kicked in. So Abraham Hicks calls it your emotional GPS. You just check in, how am I feeling? Oh, I'm not in alignment. Okay, I can shift it at any second. And one of the best ways to shift it is to reprogram your subconscious mind. Because psychologists say 95% of your life is controlled by your subconscious. That means your habits, your thoughts, your emotions, they're subconscious and they become part of your personality. So this magnet's working even when you are consciously wanting something different. You want money, but your subconscious programming is magnetizing the opposite. And I have a free success hypnosis. It's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. And what it does is turn your subconscious mind into an electromagnetic field or magnet that is in alignment with the frequencies you want. You can turn your subconscious into a magnet for money. You can turn your subconscious into a confidence magnet. So you start attracting the perfect people into your life. It's free. It's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. And then let's go into exactly how you can keep fine-tuning this magnet, because that's the key. You don't have to work harder. You don't have to work more hours. You just have to shift the magnetic field, and it's like polishing, your own little magnet, and then everything starts to go your way. Next, it's all about visualization. So this is like creating your own magnetic blueprint. It's like demagnetizing yourself and remagnetizing yourself. So if you keep using the magnet analogy, do you know how to actually demagnetize a magnet? So you can reduce or eliminate a magnet's magnetic field if you heat it up enough to a certain temperature, and that disrupts the magnetic center. You can hammer the crap out of it. You can even expose it to a magnet of high force alternating magnetic fields and it messes it up. So when you practice visualization of your goals, you are demagnetizing your subconscious mind from its past programming, and then you're realigning the magnetic state with a new set point of attraction. So think of your subconscious mind as this dominant magnetic force in your life, and it's full of all these negative belief systems, all these limited habits that you've inherited since childhood that are now controlling your life subconsciously and unconsciously. And when you visualize, you're demagnetizing it, and then you're resetting the electromagnetic field. Now, the third way to magnetize your desires is through emotional regulation. So keeping your emotions positive is going to help you maintain a high vibration, like, of course, right? For repelling or attracting. It's like ensuring your magnet's in the best possible state to attract what you desire. And the best ways to do this is to first stop suppressing your emotions and practice gratitude. So a simple exercise that really changed my life is just writing down 10 things you're grateful for every single morning. It's like shining and polishing your own little magnetic. And so all in all, my experience is it becomes easier to manifest your desires when you can imagine yourself and visualize yourself as a electromagnetic field. Science shows us that everything is electromagnetic energy that we talked about. So the key is to understand that at every moment, your thoughts and emotions are repelling or attracting things into your life. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give me a like right there down below. It helps us to send this video out into the YouTube universe so more people see it. Hit the subscribe and bell notification. Give me a comment down below that says, I am a magnet for good. And if you enjoy this video, be sure to get my free success hypnosis right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. About 1 million people all over the world have used it, right? Because there's a bunch of people like you and me and hundreds of millions of others who you've worked hard, right? Like, you know what you want. You're being a good person, but you're still not seeing the levels of shifts that you want. And it's just because of subconscious programming. And you've tried everything else, right? Like, people come and they've done everything, every business, and worked as many hours as they could and gotten a second one. But when they listen to the success hypnosis, things happen fast. I get people that drastically increase their income. They get a promotion like quickly after. They sell their house that's been on the market for forever. And it's free. It's right there down below. So give it a try and let me know how it works for you. jakeshypnosis.com. And you can click right here to watch another video.